Hey everybody, it's Rob from Mechanic Gamers, and today I figured I'd talk a little bit about my impressions on the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 trailer. Now I know you've probably seen tons of these videos by now, but uh, it doesn't matter. I wanted to just get a quick little video out there on my impressions, initial impressions of just the trailer. Of course, my impressions could change as more information about the game comes out, but this is just my, first impressions. Now, before I start telling you about my impressions on the trailer, I figured I'd tell you that uh, I'm personally a person who thinks that the Call of Duty series has gotten pretty stale over the years and needs to do some things to change some things around because the games are Modern Warfare 3. I played it for like the first 2 weeks and I felt like I had already played the game, and even though I did enjoy it for those first 2 weeks, it wasn't really worth me buying it for the $60. So now, with Black Ops 2, the trailer, I'm really excited because it seems like they had started to realize that they need to add more things into the game. For example, it looked like they were adding vehicles like in World at War, and it looked like they had like Halo style, like Hornets and Falcons and stuff like that, and they had like battlefield jets, I guess you could say, from the trailer, it seemed like. And if they start adding that stuff to multiplayer, I think it'll really be cool because that means that, you can have your Call of Duty like free for all, like smaller maps and all that, and then you also ground war and stuff like that will also be pretty fun because if they're adding vehicles and stuff like that, then it'll be a lot of fun to play. But other than that, I thought that the trailer looked really cool. I'm glad that they're doing more of a futuristic style game, even though it's not really that much into the future. But it's really different. They haven't had a game like that really yet. So it's kind of like the original Modern Warfare. They never really did anything like that, and hopefully Black Ops 2 can recapture what Modern Warfare 1 did, at least in my opinion. And besides, Black Ops was probably my favorite Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, and had actually a storyline to it, so it's going to be pretty interesting to see what they do with Black Ops 2. Now I talk about some things that I really hope for the game. Now, for anybody who's a fan of Halo, you guys will know like the custom games, which they have in Call of Duty, but in Halo they're much more customizable and everything like that. I hope that they add some sort of more customizable custom maps and stuff like that, so you can like change the different game types and everything and make it a little bit more, it makes it a little bit more fun. You're not always worried about getting good KDs online and everything like that. You can just have fun in a custom map with your friends, and especially with these new vehicles that they have, I think it'll be really cool if they do some cool sort of custom maps. Now, second thing is, I don't think that they'll do this, but it'd be cool if you could somehow like not necessarily create your own maps, but create your own sort of game types, or just some sort of creation mode to where you can create new things, so that way the game literally like, just keeps adding on to itself, and I think it'd be really cool if they did something like that. Also, the final thing that I hope for is that they add more than just one or two zombies map on launch. Like Black Ops had, one. It had the whatever the house map was called, and then it had 5, and then it had the Dead Ops Arcade, which is 3 overall, but really 2.5, and they were all fun. But I hope that they add more, like 4 or 5 zombies maps, because there's no doubt that the biggest thing about the Treyarch's games are, at least in my opinion, I guess, are the zombies. I really hope that Treyarch adds more than. Of course, they probably won't be allowed to because they got to make map packs and all that bullshit. But because some of the best zombies maps were like the map pack maps from like World at War and Black Ops, and I don't really want to pay extra or wait to get those maps. I want to, of course they can add more maps in the future. That's fine, but I want at least 4 or 5 zombies maps on launch, and if they do that, I think it'll be good. I mean, I trust Treyarch. I think that they actually care about improving their games. Probably because they're maybe not as popular as the Modern Warfare series, but Modern Warfare hasn't done too much to change anything, and I feel like Treyarch is trying to take steps of improvement. So, if you guys haven't checked the trailer out yet, go check it out. It's pretty awesome in my opinion, and thanks for watching.